Tessa, how are you doing today?
I'm well, thank you. How are you?
I'm really good. Such a pleasure to talk to you again.
The pleasure's mine.
So, tough one right off the bat. One of my favorite parts of this movie and every boxing fight is when they come from the background up to the ring and they've got their hype song. Everyone has their
Yes.
hype song.
Yes.
What is Tessa's hype song?
It depend. Well, it depends on what I'm being hyped to do, because sometimes you'll be hyped for bed, you know. But I would say, and this is not a good hype song, but I would say the song that I probably listen to the most when I'm on set is Aretha Franklin "Daydreaming," which I think it would
Oh,
be
wow.
quite an ethereal song to enter a boxing match, but I kind of like that about it. I'm gonna go with that.
It would disrupt, it would be like psychological warfare. They'd be like, wait,
Exactly.
what's happening?
Exactly. That's good.
For Creed so far, we've had three different directors, three different sets of writers.
Mhm.
For you over this, do you have like a specific sense of ownership for your character? Like, do you find yourself going, "This is how I feel
Yeah,
this character would
I
be"?
have a huge sense of ownership, I think, because that's always been in the DNA of the project. When I first was having conversations with Ryan Coogler around playing Bianca, so many of the things that are paramount to her character didn't exist on the page yet. You know, when the first iteration of Bianca, she was actually a single mother. She was still a musician. She didn't have progressive hearing loss. That wasn't a part of her journey. That was something that we sort of found together. Ryan's partner, then girlfriend, now wife and business partner, is a brilliant woman named Zinzi Evans, and she was a sign language interpreter. And then, I have someone in my family who has progressive hearing loss and goes through periods where that's an issue for him. And so I think that was something that we sort of kind of started to talk about, but I have always been made to feel like a co-author in Bianca and her journey. So I feel a tremendous amount of ownership, which I think is something that I love about getting to make these films.
And one of the things that I picked up on, I don't know if you're aware of, there's an Irish sports personality. Her name is Katie Taylor, and
Mm,
she's a boxer that the whole country is incredibly proud of.
mm,
And as I was watching this and seeing the family dynamic and what could potentially happen next, I was thinking the daughter
mhm,
could be a
mm,
fantastic little next step, evolutionary step in
mm.
what the Creed kind of the Rocky Creed story could be. Would you? You're nodding a lot in agreement, and I appreciate that. But would you agree that that could be a potential future step for
I
her?
think it would be a beautiful, I think it would be a beautiful future. Who knows where these films might take us? I don't know that we even thought 8 years ago we would be here today. So it's been a tremendous journey, but I'll certainly say that working with Mila on this was so tremendous, and not for nothing. She's a really good boxer. She sort of picked it up so quickly. So I think getting to see her evolve as a character, if we continue to make these films, and what her journey becomes in boxing, will be amazing. Yeah.
And one final quick question: with Michael stepping behind the camera, I imagine there is a certain and specific kind of trust that must be developed between two
Mm.
actors on screen. And you can tell me if I'm wrong, but there might be a certain specific but different kind of trust required between a director
Yeah.
and an actor. Is that an interesting dynamic, kind of maybe having to switch between those two for Michael the actor and Michael the director?
Yeah, but honestly, I think the switch was rather seamless because I think you hit on something entirely, which is that in a perfect world, what you have with a director as an actor is a tremendous amount of trust. Yeah. A feeling like you can really say anything to each other because, in a way, the director is your extra set of eyes, that they can kind of watch over what you're doing so that you can, and this doesn't always happen, but you have the opportunity to lose yourself inside of it. And I think because Mike and I have been making these films for such a long time and have a tremendous amount of trust as co-performers and collaborators and also just friends, that we get to just use that shorthand then in our collaboration as actor and director. And it was such a joy to get to do that. And also just as a friend to get to watch him and just be so proud of him, seeing him at the helm.
Fantastic. Tessa, thank you so much for your time
Thank you
today.
so much. Don't let him destroy everything you've built. Everything we've built.
Yeah, I had to draw the line between my brothers and my enemies. My brothers and my enemies. My brothers and my enemies.
You out there boxing. I mean you.